This is Nanner BaNanner signing on for my very first go live. I'm trying to figure out how to do this for possibly going live this weekend for the wrap party. And if you'll just bear with me a little bit, I am going to see if I can figure this out. Hopefully in the future it won't be quite so discombobulated. Okay, here we go. Let's see if we have anything up. I've got my computer next to me so I can hopefully see what you guys see. Okay. All right, yep, I see what you guys see, and we are not at a good angle. Let's see if I can figure this out. Okay, yeah, that worked. There we go. Let's see if that did it better. Okay. Well, I'm not sure that I just love that, to be honest. Okay, let's see here. Boy, there is definitely a delay in what you guys see and what I'm doing. All right, so the mystery's gone. You're getting to see my messy workstation. Okay. All right, well, I see it now. All right, here we go. So anyway, I'm jumping on today. I figured I've got 2 little golden book journals I need to get finished up. Let me turn my volume down on my computer. That way we don't have that going on in the background. Okay, I think now I don't hear it over here, and it's just what's going on here in front of us. Boy, there is such a delay. I guess I can't worry about that. Okay. I don't know. Is anyone else's live? Was it this ridiculous? First live? Okay. So I just got through watching Ink Paper Art, and she's doing something you can put in a pocket or attach to a page. And I thought these would work for my Raggedy Ann and Andy little golden books. And I need to make a little bit more ephemera. I noticed that when I did my last one that I might run short on my last journal I finish up. We are getting ready to wrap things up on that series, and I'm practicing going live because I'm hoping that this Sunday I can go live and do the wrap party live and pick 3 winners for 3 things I'm giving away. One of them I know is going to be one of the monthly journals, and then I've got lots of items left over that I use to create the journals, and I'm going to give enough stuff away. It will not be what I'd call a kit per se, because you will probably still need to add some of your own things, but I'm giving away a hardbound Raggedy Ann and Andy book. It's not a little golden book, but it's a book and it's vintage. And then material for the spine. There'll be some pages, but not enough pages for the entire journal, but it'll be like special interest pages that are very much geared toward the Raggedy Ann and Andy series. And like trims, some vintage item like the cards, the invitation. So that's one of the items that I'm doing in the giveaway. And when I do the party, I will show all of that. And then I'm also going to do a giveaway of the embellishments that were made in the series. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and sew this. This isn't exactly a tutorial or anything like that. This is just me making a little bit extra ephemera to put in the journals. And I've been watching a few people this morning and got some inspiration. Like I said, this specific idea is from Ink Paper Arts channel, from her Make for Today. Definitely want to give 100% credit to her. She's the one that came up with the idea. I'm just copying it. And I will, if when I get off the live, if it lets me put information in, definitely mention her channel, that sort of thing. I'm just trying to learn how to do all this. There's definitely a learning curve when you have a YouTube channel. They don't make a, YouTube does do a good job of like putting some information out there for you to watch and see, but they don't do a great job of, I guess I'm looking for like YouTube for Idiots Guide. That would be helpful. Like back in the day when we had Microsoft for Dummies. Yeah, there needs to be a YouTube for idiots, I think. Anyway, I see a few comments here. It looks like a couple people are saying hi. Let me say hi back. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate the support. Just trying to figure out how to go live. All right, here we go. So I was thinking I would put this inside the pocket as a place to do some journaling. Find my glue. My granddaughter's going to be here this weekend, and she's wanting to do a live for the wrap party so we can do the drawing live, stuff like that. So I'm trying to make that happen, but I knew I needed to iron out how to do it, any kinks, that sort of thing. Thank you, Sandra. I appreciate you saying you're doing amazing. It's definitely intimidating, like the first time doing this, and I can imagine maybe after you do it a while, it's not as intimidating, but it's definitely a little bit intimidating thinking, you know, if you screw up, it's out there, which I did see where you can delete them and take them down, but anyone that's watching with you, they're going to see you for sure while you're doing it. Hi. Let's see. All right. Yeah, I think that's going to be my model. I don't know, like this coming month, I'm going to be jumping all around. I've got so much exciting things I want to talk about. Okay. So I had put up 2 Raggedy Ann and Andy journal kits for the monthly style journals that I make. And I had mentioned that if they sell, I would do journal kits for the Sunbonnet Sue journals. So guess what? I sold the last kit last night, went into the post office this morning, got everything shipped off. So those will be arriving on Monday. That means I am going to try and put together the Sunbonnet Sue kits. Hopefully this weekend. I'd like to put them up as the series begins instead of halfway through. The only positive that came from the Raggedy Ann and Andy journals being put up midway through the series was I was able to include a lot of the items used for making ephemera, that sort of thing. But we'll see. With the Sunbonnet Sue journals, I've got a lot of random material. I have 24 blocks that have Sunbonnet Sue on them, and then I have 12 that are not put together yet. And the blocks are not quite big enough, in my opinion, to just, well, actually, okay, let me rephrase this. The sunbonnets are too big for the type of journals I like to make. The image, like the actual Sunbonnet Sue, is too big. But if you didn't mind not putting her feet on and just having the top part of her, it would be perfect. So I'm still figuring out how those journals are going to look, that sort of thing. And hoping to work on some of the, I guess, pre-planning this weekend for that. I certainly have plenty of items. That's not the issue. I just need to figure out how I want the journals to look. I was thinking about doing, I don't know if any of you have watched Thrifty Journals or Jen's Junk Journals, but they do a style of journal where I would be using like the felt, hard felt again, and it's a soft journal. And I was thinking I could do some quilted or do some random material to make it look quilted and then add the Sunbonnet Sue onto it. Now I've got patterns to make Sunbonnet Sue, but I really want to use the vintage feed sack squares in some way, and that's my goal. I also have some quilted material that's already done, like cut-ups of quilts and that sort of thing, that each kit wouldn't have the same piece of quilt in it, but everybody would get a piece of quilt. So that's where I'm like ironing all that out. I haven't decided. I also have enough of quilt top, it's not quilted, done in feed sack. It's a 9-patch that I could give everybody enough of a piece of that to make their cover, and then they could just put their Sunbonnet Sue image on there how they wanted. I was thinking that's probably how I'll end up going and using it. But we will see in time. Let me take a look at the comments here. Oh, yay, Maddie's up and on there. I'm so excited. Hi, guys. Thank you so much for coming and supporting me. I appreciate it so much. All right. I guess I technically don't have to type to respond to you guys. I can talk because I'm live. See, it's going to take me a while to figure this learning curve out, but I will get there. I've got, I haven't decided, like in my giveaway, if I will include, I've got a lot of stuff I've printed off that I've not used, and the one that's sort of like a journal kit for the Raggedy Ann and Andy giveaway, I haven't decided if I'm going to include that stuff or not, but I really just want to get all this stuff out of my way before I start the Sunbonnet Sues, and I find I have so much stuff to put it back into my journaling stuff. It's not, doesn't go back in as cohesively as when it came out. So I'm thinking that maybe I will just do the giveaways each time of what I have left. Some months might be giveaways that are a little bit more, like I could always do a completed journal as one of the wrap party giveaway items, but then like the items that are left over, some of them may be more geared towards making a journal more so than others. Some of them may just end up being random items, and I don't know if that's something anyone would even be interested in. And I could always do, like, one of the giveaways is the ephemera that was made throughout the month. So, all right, let me let that dry while I glue the other ones here. Again, if you came on after the fact, I want to give credit where credit's due. This is an idea from Ink Paper Art. This is her make for today. I watch her every day with her 365 series. You want to go check her out. And this is not my tutorial. This is not me showing the tutorial. This is just me making what she made, geared towards the Raggedy Ann and Andy ephemera, because I think I'm going to need a little bit extra to finish stuffing the last two little golden books. Hoping to get those finished today, and then I've got a few things to do around the house before Piper comes over tomorrow, or a few things I want to do. I don't have to do, but I want to do. And I'm going to be watching Maddie's sale tomorrow. Maddie, I want you to know I've got my calendar marked. You know I do. And I told Piper, I was like, well, no matter what we're doing, we're going to take a break. And the last time she was here, you were doing a live sale. It was so funny because when I was buying stuff, she was like, Nanner, because she had a piece of paper and was keeping track of what I was buying. It was so funny. She's like, oh my God, Nanner, do you know how much you've spent? So she'll be keeping me in check, I guess. I probably need that. But I'm really looking forward to that. So I don't know how many videos I will have out like today, this live will be my video, but like Saturday, I might be able to do a flip through of the other two little Golden Book journals, and then Sunday we'll do the wrap party. And my plan, even though it's not the 1st of August, is to start working on the Sunbonnet Sue series, whether I just pop on to do embellishments, to show you guys how to make some embellishments that I'm going to put in the journals. I know one of the videos I will do is where I show all the items I've curated for this series, and I've got a lot, because I was going to originally take it into like a McGuffey Reader Sunbonnet Sue mashup, but I'm thinking I'm going to do more quilts Sunbonnet Sue, do it like that, and not as much of the McGuffey Reader. And I have 2 free digitals available in the Sunbonnet Sue, and one of them does have more of that McGuffey Reader feel to it, and then the other one, I actually scanned the actual feed sack Sunbonnet Sue squares that I have for cutouts to use as like things to embellish with and things like that. But the kit, the new kit that's on Ko-Fi, has like labels, Sunbonnet Sue, it has background papers, and just like with this series, I'm sure as I go I'll find things that I need more niche than what I created already, and we'll put out more free printables over there. So if you're not following me on Ko-Fi, you might want to go do that too. Okay, let me sew this real quick. I normally work on Fridays, but we were having a low volume day in the office, so I took it off. And enjoying a fun craft day. Let's see here. We have a heat advisory right now in Indiana where I live. Where you guys live, do you have heat advisories, or is it, I know it's hot, but it's like dangerously hot here. I feel sorry for anyone that has to work out in it. All right, let me read some of the comments real quick. All right. Oh, Sandra, you should do printables. They're not hard. And if you saw how I did mine, I use ChatGPT to do all my printables. That's one of the reasons I don't charge for them, is because if you look through my digitals really close, you'll notice that there's a few of them, like in the ones that have sayings and stuff like that, where a word may not be spelled right. And they're easy to make on there, but you have to be able to communicate exactly what you want. Otherwise, you rarely get exactly what you want. But I'm getting better at communicating what I want, and the longer I use the software, I feel like the better it's getting. I still get frustrated with it a little bit. It reminds me of when I first got a Cricut, which I don't have one now because they frustrated me so much. But when I first got my Cricut back years ago, I remember thinking, why did I ever want one of these? It was so frustrating to use that thing. But I did finally figure it out and use it a lot. And I'm sure, just like with ChatGPT, I get frustrated with it sometimes. But I feel like its helpfulness far outweighs the learning curve I've had with learning to use it. And it may just be that I'm 54 years old and that's the learning curve, not the software itself. So I don't know. All right, well guys, I'm going to go ahead and jump off. I know I wasn't on here a long time, but this was basically a test run to see if I could do this on Sunday. Again, I'm going to put out a save the date, save the time for Sunday's live. It'll definitely be after probably 1, 2 o'clock, so everyone can go to church that goes to church and get all that in. My granddaughter will be with me, and she's going to be drawing the winners. I'm going to jump on and show what the giveaway item is, and then we'll ask for a number, draw it, and do that with the 3 items. So it won't be a long live, but I wanted to test it out. And I thank you guys so much for coming on and supporting me through this whole process. And don't forget to keep it cute, keep it crafty, and keep making something out of nothing. Bye. Stop it. There we go.